Welcome to another episode of Mickyj Whitehat, and today we're doing a top 5. It's my first top 5. I thought in 2018, what are the top 5 anti-malware pull-apart diagnostic type tools have I used? Which ones do I use that are free, give me constant results, and are easy to use and give me great results? So stay tuned. Today we're going to go through this and more. Okay, so what do? We've got an attachment we've received via email, downloaded from a website, or given to us on a USB key, or maybe found it on a network drive. What is the first thing I would do? Well, obviously scan it with your own antivirus on your machine, but that's not free, you're paying for that. So what do we do that's free out there on the web that can give us a full analysis? Here we go. Right, so let's say we're starting off with a URL. So we've been given a link in an email to go and click on. So I go to VirusTotal, www.virustotal.com, completely free. I'm in this case signed up, so I have an account so I can make comments and read other people's comments. Here we've got a URL tab. We click on that and we paste in the URL and we do a search. Now in this case, 69 different antiviral products have checked it and they've all come up clean. I happen to know this is not clean, but this is a 0-day virus, so I didn't expect anything to find it anyway. Not much use to me at the moment, but if you get a link which is known by others, then of course it'll get spotted here and you'll find out all about it under details, and you can also read comments in the community section. Right, but we've got an executable, so let's go back to this main page here and let's choose our file. I've chosen my file, it uploads the hash and it checks it out. Here we go, we've already got a failure out of the 67 different antiviral products of 8. Not a good thing to have. Right, here we go. So we've got some of the more unknown antivirus products out there, and we got some firewalls detected as well. So I'd say it's something that's not necessarily a virus as such, but it's something that uses networks to spread because it seems to be caught by a lot of the appliances and things. All the others here don't yet list it, but again, this is a 0-day exploit. Didn't expect too much feedback on it. Let's go to the details tab. We can see all the information about the hashes and different things. We can Google these things, try and find out a bit more about it, and we can see what kind of executable it is. We can see any other names it may have had, if it's signed, what sort of code it's written to use, what DLLs it uses. You can really scroll through this and get a lot of detail about this particular file. I want to know a bit more about the relationships, so here we go. It goes off to these IP addresses, phones home, hence the little icon here. It runs this executable, not the same executable name I uploaded, but a common name this tool is known by. In fact, if you right click properties on this executable, it actually tells me that's the name of the executable, so someone's trying to hide it. And behavior, I can see all the IP addresses it tries to go to. I can see what files it opens, what files it writes and deletes. I can see all the registry keys. I can see pretty much everything to do with this thing. I can see it's playing with my network, checking date and time. I can see it's creating processes. Here we go, we got services it plays with, all kinds of information. If someone's been kind enough to write something in the community, there we go, we got a hybrid analysis here. Someone's gone away and done the hard work, so we can find out what exactly this virus gets up to. VirusTotal, an excellent tool. Two things I like about it is it's free. Create an account, it gives you lots of information. Second thing I like about it, it does actually have an API you can sign up for, so you can send your sample straight from your desktop. Fantastic tool. www.virustotal.com. I rate this as the #1 tool out of the 5. It is my highest respected product. It's fantastic. Now, I was a bit disappointed with that URL scan. Didn't find anything. So what else can I do? Well, Trend Micro at global.sitesafety.trendmicro.com, they have their email reputation system and web reputation system. You can put in your URL you wish to scan and you can check it out to see if it's on their list. If it's on their list, it will come up. In this case, it's untested. That means they haven't yet got around to testing this domain, which means it's not necessarily trustworthy. They just haven't actually gone ahead and tested it yet. If it comes up with a hit in here, it will get blocked if people are running the Trend Micro desktop client software. It will get blocked for email reputation, web reputation, which is a fantastic place for you to go ahead and check these things out. Now let's say that it has been blocked. If it's a real site, you can go up the trend and request it to be unblocked. So this tool is fantastic for checking those domains out that you're not quite sure you should be clicking on to see if you can go to them. Especially in this day and age of shortened URLs and things like that, a good trusted URL could actually look malicious when in fact it's not malicious. So it's a good little tool. You can't 100% trust this tool because domains have to be submitted to be tested, but if it says untested, good chance it's a new domain, fresh domain, and it ain't a good one to click on. Okay, that was also a free tool. And what else can Trend Micro do for you? Well, they do have their online house call scanner, but it's just an antivirus. It is free, housecall.trendmicro.com. It is free, but it's not going to rate in my top 5 tools. What does rate is the Threat Encyclopedia. A great place for you to go and search for a particular threat, find out what it does, how it works, and what you need to be wary of. Fantastic if you've got a virus and you want to clean it off. You want to check what registry keys it changed, what files it dropped, and all the rest of it. This is a fantastic resource. And here we have a JPEG malware attachment. Interesting. There we go. Viruses can come in all shapes and sizes. So yet another tool to help pull apart something. So you get the name from VirusTotal. You now know what it is. You can look through this encyclopedia and find out a little bit more detail and know where to head. Okay, so you've got this executable and you want to know a little bit more about what it does. I recommend hybrid analysis. For some people, this well and truly goes up and over the top of what you need to know, but it's a fantastic tool. So I am going to paste my little file in here, click analyze and let this load up. Okay, you need to obviously tell them that, hey, I'm real, I exist, here's my terms and conditions, and I'm not a robot. You can put your email address in, it will come back to you later and tell you the results of your scan. So here we go, we're going to get this process off and running. We're going to tell it what kind of a sandbox we want to test this in. Windows 7 32 bits, pretty good. I don't mind creating a public report because I want the public to know about this particular virus. Off it will go with the hash. It'll find out from VirusTotal in the back end, is it actually going to be a threat, and give you some immediate feedback. In the meantime, it's queuing this up to run it on the sandbox to see if it's malicious or not. And it's come back with, yeah, look, this is malicious. Now I can click on this report here, which is a previous report that somebody else has done, and I can get some details. As you can see, it reads terminal services related keys, done some cryptographic things, all kinds of stuff. As you start to dig down through this, you can find out a lot more details about what this tool was that you just put up through their sandbox. Also, if you scroll down a little bit, you can actually find, oh my goodness, so much detail. Here we go. You can actually have a look at what came up on the screen. You can download JPEGs and things like that of any dialog boxes that pop up or anything that happens. This particular hybrid analysis tool goes well above anything else. So you can go into your executables, you can see what it pulls out, what strings are in the executable. You can actually see any DNS queries. In fact, some of these tools are so advanced, you can actually get packet sniffs and dumps as you're doing it. As you can see, this is going across the world. Wow, look at that. I know I'm scrolling through this quickly, but hey, this is a reason for you to jump up there and do it for yourself. So hybrid analysis, which will tell you just about anything you want to know about any executable. Now, sometimes I find hybrid analysis a little bit too much detail. Sometimes I find it can be stalled because there's another 30 different samples being tested in front of you. Sometimes I want to do something else. So I go across to Joe Sandbox Cloud Basic, which is a free account, and I can load it up there. So here we go. We are going to load this up. We're going to accept cookies. We're going to allow this thing to run. And all the settings are here. So let's give it an analysis. Now, again, this can send you an email to let you know that it's actually done the job. So that's going away and analyzing it. It's actually doing the same stuff as the hybrid analysis. Sometimes I find this one's a bit quicker. Sometimes it comes back in plain English. So that shows you my top 5 tools in order of use. So number 1 for me is always VirusTotal. Number 2 is to go to the Trend Micro email and web security reputation service. Failing that, or if you've got the name, you can jump onto the Trend Micro Threat Encyclopedia and have a bit of a dig around and see what the program does. Let somebody else do the hard work for you. Or if you need to do it, you can go to hybrid analysis. You can deep dive and you can find out other bits and bobs in the code. And of course, you can use Joe's Sandbox. All these products have got a basic version or a free version. All these products don't require you to give away too much information to log into them. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I've got 5 tools there that I use. And for 2018, they are my top tools.
Thank you. It's great to have you with me. Great to pull apart some code. Great to have a bit of a look at how it all ticks. You want to subscribe? You want another video? Drop a comment? Or ring the bell. Ding.